After your experience on Pop of Love, how has this changed your perception of men?
Ooh. I was like, ooh. You know what? It's tough, right? Because I'm all for love. I want to be in love. I want that marriage. I want a family. I truly do. I want kids. I want a family. That is a goal in life. It's tough because when you watch the episodes, you'll see that a lot of the men just have no personality. And that's a little bit hard. Some of them did. I won't knock it. I'm not going to say who or what. Some of them did have amazing personalities. But some of them, even like when they asked you a question or when they talked to you, it was just like, yeah, okay. Yeah, all right. And I don't want that in my man. That's hard for me because I'm a talkative person. Like, I want to talk to you. I want to joke with you. I want to play around with you. So my perception is a lot of men don't have the personality that I need. And that's where it's hard for me. That's where it's hard for me because I need you to joke around. I need to play around. We need to play fight. We need to wrestle. We need to do all these fun things. And if you can't even talk to me if I answer a question, that means that you can't do none of that.
Well, a couple of those brothers seemed a little robotic.
Oh my
And as Cherry and I were getting our notes together for the episode, I said, this almost makes me take even, and not to toot my own horn, but this almost makes me take even more appreciation in myself because you dudes just can't talk. You know?
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Like, Cherry, what was your reaction to the fellas who were on Pop of Love?
Don't get me started on that. The way I was messaging her, I was like, I want to smack them. Yes, I want to smack some of them. I was like, really? I was like, who? You just gotta watch the episode because honestly, like, just
you do.
You want to grab the screen, like, what? But yeah, just watch the damn episode.
Now,
please.
second episode of the, it was a part 2 situation.
Yeah, oh my God, that was my
What was up with my dude who came in like cripping and tripping and, on the set? Was that a prank? Was this staged?
And you know what? That's what everybody asked me. Everybody hit me straight up and they were like, "Is this scripted?" And I'm like, "This is not scripted." So pretty much they put them behind a wall. So say there's this wall right here. He comes around this wall. And as soon as he walks out, the way he looked at the women it just didn't catch my vibe. Like, he walked out as if, like, he was disgusted in a way. And you knew what you were coming on. You knew it was all thicker women. It was 4 thick girls. Like, and when he walked out, he kind of looked at us up and down, and immediately I popped. Like, if you look at me like that or you don't come out smiling, like, most of the men did come out smiling. Most of the men came out, like, ready to do this. They were happy to do it. He looked like he was forced into that situation. And it was just not it. Like, it just wasn't a vibe. So I popped immediately. Obviously, we exchanged some words.
Balloon. So let's start with this young lady here. Tell me, why did you end up popping your balloon?
I just felt like if you come out, I want you to smile. I want my man to smile at me, have some type of personality. You like nice niggas? I do. I don't want a pit bull ass nigga. No. I'm sorry.
Can you be nice sometime?
Yeah, I could be nice, but this is like, females don't like nice niggas, and I feel like
not all females are the same. We do.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, he was a little upset. I was the only one that popped at first, but then I think when every girl seen the way that he was interacting with me alone and the way that he just spoke to women in general, everybody started popping immediately because it wasn't the vibe. Because again, he came out fresh. I will give him that. His hat on, he had his shoes on. He looked fresh. Just the attitude did not match what he was portraying in that moment. That's it. It just wasn't a vibe. That's all for me.
Yeah, no.
No.
I wish I had an imaginary balloon. I was popping it too.
Yeah, literally. We talked about it. We had a whole conversation. Cherry was like, what?
Okay, let me ask y'all this. I'm a huge fan of, shout out to Arlette Mully and her husband BM. I'm a huge fan of Pop the Balloon and Find Love on YouTube. Every Wednesday on YouTube, I'm tuned in.
People, Kisses, I freaking love you guys.
We love all the flowers in the world they get.
Yes.
Do you think that the rise in popularity of this dating show has also altered dating culture to be like, I see one little thing about you that I don't like, so therefore I'm not interested?
That's social media in general.
So I think there's that, but it's hard, right? Because you're in this spot where you have so many men ahead of you.
Yeah.
So you don't want to match with somebody when you know you have more options. Now, if they say some things that you don't like in those moments, and I think that's the hardest part, because a lot of the comments suck on YouTube, I'll tell you now. And they're like, well, you're bigger. Like, kind of like because we're big, we're supposed to not be picky.
Yeah,
we're just supposed to take whatever. Yeah, we're supposed to settle and we're supposed to take whatever we want. And that's not the case. Like, you know, one of the men on there had mentioned Six Flags, this, that. I'm not for any of that. I will do Universal and Disneyland. Don't take me on a roller coaster. I don't do drops. I won't even go to the rides at the fair. Those are mobile. Like, imagine somebody hits their Benjamin and then they forget to put a bolt in. I'm not going to be on Final Destination.
Oh, yeah, no, I won't do forget.
You know, so like that's my thought process.
I love rides and roller coasters. So I'm just sitting back like, okay, there's Six Flags.
I'll do Disney.
No Scary Farm with Kiyana. Got it.
No. I'll do that
part. The Punch Bowl out there in Rancho where they got the arcade, the bar, the bowling.
Big bag. Clock back.
Bolero. Now we I used to work at Bolero in Pasadena. But now we talking. You know, these are the things.
That's my vibe, though. Like, I can do that. Like, so when men are saying things like that, I don't want to waste their time either. So imagine they take me somewhere, or they try to, or I match with them, and they're like, I want to do this, this, and this, and I'm like, I'm not for that. You know, so it's like those moments. So yeah, they say certain things where we're like, oh dang, like, well, maybe the next man I'll match with. It's kind of that vibe first. Like, it's not about being picky or just like popping because somebody said one little thing. It's about wanting to make sure you do have the option, and maybe you can match with somebody that comes on next. That's the biggest issue. We can go,
but I'm gonna watch the stuff on the side.
No, literally, yeah, most definitely. I will be the backpack holder immediately. I won't go on no roller coasters or anything else.
So